What's happening, guys? I'm Callum, General Manager here at Revitup UK. Welcome to the Revitup Recap #3. Another busy week here. Last week ended with us going to a car meet, Flint car meet. If you don't know, get to know. One of the young lads, Jack here, he's an avid attender of this. I've never been to a car meet. Probably never go to another one after going to that one, but it was alright. Just some interesting cars there. Just kind of like-minded petrol heads, really. Someone in a nice little Suzuki Swift ruined his tyres. I'm sure Sam will show you the video of that. Mark, the owner, he's into his Porsches. He got another new Porsche to add to his 911 and his Pan. He got a Cayman GT4 PDK. I think it's Viper green. It's a lovely colour. So yeah, we'll show you a little bit around that. We had loads of new cars come in and out. We've unwrapped our S1. It went down to Yanni for a bit of warranty work on the wrap, and it came back looking worse than it left us, really. So we thought we'll just strip it all back, take it all to black. So that's still in the process of getting done. We'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, come inside and we'll show you around. So here we are with Mark's latest toy. Literally just picked up from Porsche Cheshire Oaks, or Chester. It's a Viper green. I mean, I'm no Porsche expert. I know most Porsche people are quite anal about the stuff, so you probably pick me up for getting some things wrong here. But I think it's Viper green. Obviously it's GT4, 70 plate, isn't it? How many miles are on it? 70 plate. It's done 2,000 miles. Yeah, so pretty much as good as new. Obviously GT4 PDK. I don't know the exact numbers, but
the really rare. Yeah, I mean the reason behind the purchase really was that I bought this 4 weeks ago from Porsche Chester. I've always bought Porsches from there. I've always done really well with Porsche. They've always really looked after me over the years. Seen this, bought this, fell in love with it. Then went back to get some screens fitted. I was then got told heads up by Sarah, who is one of the sales managers there, that this turned up. She hadn't obviously advertised it yet. It was too good to miss. She basically explained how rare the PDKs are. So hence, yeah, it's here. Spur of the moment person, more than anything in the world. I think you know that.
Because you used to have one of these written in mind.
Yeah.
You've always said that
had the older red.
That was the thing that you missed out on. Yeah. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for these.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I bought the red one, I actually done a trip up north to see my son, and I sat in roadworks for half an hour, and the heavy clutch was just ridiculous. So I decided that was it. It went. And then, as I said, the only reason that's here is because of the colour in the PDK. Otherwise, if it wasn't PDK and it was manual, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Sexy car though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Inside, what I like about the interior is the Alcantara. Some people don't like the steering wheel being Alcantara. I do. I'm a big fan of that. I think when you're driving it feels really nice in your hand. It sounds a bit weird, but yeah.
Looks lovely from the back end as well. If you're behind this, you know it's a serious motor.
I've literally done. I mean, I've just drove it back 4 miles from Chester, from Porsche. Got on date night tonight, and we'll use this and see what it's like, and hopefully, it'll hopefully be a keeper. Obviously, the second car in the lineup is the Porsche Pan in Crayon Grey. I think we touched on it last week, but you touched on it on Recap.
That at the back, didn't we?
Yeah. Again, I've always been a fan of the Turismo style. I know that Porsche have just done the Taycan actually in the Turismo. Typically after I've just bought this. Brakes give it away how quick it is. 700 brake horsepower, 550 petrol, 150 e-hybrid, or the hybrid bit.
It's actually the same engine that's in the RS6 as well.
Yeah.
So not everyone knows, obviously it's an RS6 engine.
Yeah.
Then banged on a big electric motor.
Yeah.
So as if an RS6 is fast enough.
They add on the extra, yeah. And when I bought it, the Pan Turbo stickers were actually removed by the first owner and the second owner, and the Turbo S on the back was removed. And for me, I wanted people to know it was a Turbo S rather than just a standard Turismo. Hence why the stickers are on it. But yeah, I love it. Nice car. We're going to be using it for Goodwood. Put the kids in the back. Hopefully they'll keep quiet with the screens. And then on to the next thing, which actually, personally for me, out of a lot of the cars that I own, this is my favourite. And I think it's because I always wanted a classic Turbo S. We looked, didn't we, at the older ones initially when I was looking to buy one. And
I just think, based on like what you're used to, the older models, you wouldn't have enjoyed them that much. Whereas this, obviously, even though it was a 2010 60
yeah,
plates,
2010 60, yeah.
they're so always like at the forefront of cars, so even though it's 10 years old, it's probably on par with maybe something like a 2015 from other manufacturers.
It's 560 brakes, ceramics. There's obviously ceramics on the Turbo S. Some 42,000 miles, full Porsche history. Just had a full clean bill of health. The only mark on the whole car is that little mark there. Is the only mark I've found on the whole vehicle since the ownership. But it's one of those cars that's hopefully it's never going to depreciate in value. Been given great value buybacks on the Porsche GT4. This will hopefully just be sat in a garage, heated garage, and cover over it and use now and again. But the only thing we did find the other day was about the wheels, didn't we? We said about trying to paint the wheels.
Awkward issue with the wheels, didn't we?
Yeah, so the centre caps have to be removed by Porsche themselves. And they won't allow you to put the car on axle stands because of the way that the car's designed.
The underskin.
The underskin, that's it. So you have to take 2 wheels off, get them painted to it, so it sounds too much hassle. So when I get 2 minutes in my busy schedule in the week, I will speak to Porsche and see if they can help us out doing that. But yeah.
What do we all think about getting it to ES motors? You mentioned it.
He keeps saying, doesn't he, about trying to get ridiculous power out of it. I think the only concern for me would be that that's going to lose its value once it does that.
Yeah, potentially.
But
a smile on your face, though.
I think maybe the GT4 might be nice to tune. It's got sports exhaust on it, which is nice. Yeah, and that's it, guys. So hope you like, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw of what we've got and some of the collection of mine. Obviously Porsche, and I think just having the history of Porsche for me is a massive thing. I'm a big car nut, obviously I run Rev-it, but I think for me having the bit of the collection I've got, I'm even looking at old turbo manuals, but finding one of them clean now is very, very difficult. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.
So we had a little office rejig this week to accommodate Sam, the man behind the camera, and to ruin the whole office. So this is where Sam sits, where all the content gets created, edits all his videos, sits there all day, doesn't really do much. This is where Big H sits. Obviously, you can tell he's not really into his computers by the kit of his computer. Bit of an old school one that takes about 10 minutes to load up YouTube. That's where I sit. So all the magic happens, so all the cars get sold. Mark, the owner, sits just behind you there. Obviously you've got all this little collection of cars here. If you're not really into your model cars, you might just think like, what's the fuss about them? But maybe comment down below what you think this collection's actually worth of all these cars. I'm gonna let you know. I'd be surprised if anyone actually appreciates how much these are worth. It's crazy. But yeah, if you've got any more of these cars as well, let us know, because he's always looking to try and buy some more. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. There's maybe about, how many do you reckon there is, Sam? Probably about 30 cars,
yeah,
you reckon?
Like
about 30 cars. All the regs on them are actually on the original cars as well, which is quite cool. So a few new exciting bits arrived this week as well. I may be biased, but we've got a lovely M4 here, Yas Marina paint. It's the competition, so it's better than my one. But yeah, this came in part exchange for our black A45 that we sold. Quite a drastic change, but the customer circumstances had changed. He was absolutely gutted to get rid of this. It's got about 8 grand worth of options, probably one of the best colours for it as well. We've had this little Fiesta come in molten orange. I think it's Revo Stage 2, this one. Something a little bit different with these 5-spoke alloys on as well. I think it looks quite nice. Makes a change from kind of all the team dynamics, like the multi-spoke ones that everyone puts on them. You can't really get much better for the money than one of these. If you want a bit of fun, something's going to keep up with most cars, like I say, for like under 10 grand, they're crazy cars. We had this RS5 that we've sold up to Scotland. A customer on his second car from us is Partex in his Stage 2 Golf R with us. So I'm intrigued to see how he finds that change. Obviously, big naturally aspirated V8. He's used to a quite highly tuned, well, not highly tuned, but 2-litre turbo pushing out 400 brakes. So be intrigued to see how he finds that change. Speaking of Golf Rs, we've got this one that arrived yesterday and it's sold within 5 hours. Another Stage 2, I think this one's Revo Stage 2, Golf R DSG, coilovers, got the Miltech exhaust, lovely spec on it. They pretty much sell themselves at this spec. Again, similar for the Fiesta, if you've got around 20 grand and you want a fast A to B car, you can't really go wrong with one of these. We've had the GT86 arrive into stock as well. This was sold to us by a lovely lady who had to buy a company car, had to get something sensible. But again, obviously everyone's all obsessed with getting the biggest power cars you can. but they're just under 200 brake, and you could probably have more fun in that than most of the cars in the showroom. We recently sold a turboed one, which is kind of the peak of a GT86, but still a good fun car. I will take you outside now and show you how the S1's getting on. Harrison's been unwrapping that all this week. He's been absolutely made up doing that, as you can imagine, but we'll go and show you it now.
So we did a little poll on our story the other day to see if we should unwrap it or not. I think, didn't everyone say keep it wrapped?
It's 50-50.
Oh, it was 50-50. Well, it's our decision at the end of the day. We think it'll look better in black. I don't know if you've seen the video, we've officially gassed when the previous owner had it. It was all black with the, I think it was Team Dynamics, weren't they? Something like that, Team Dynamics. And we think it looks better. So, Ben and myself, we're unwrapping and got a nice warm day. So it's coming off fairly easy. Keep your eyes posted, we'll show you some updates. Update on the S1, we've got most of the panels stripped now. Just got the side skirts, the tailgate, we need to remove the lights, so I'll brought some tools in for that. Remove the rear bumper, just to take the diffuser off to get it out of all those gaps. And the front bumper, and then it's done. So we'll give it a full decontamination, get all the excess glue off, and then give it a paint correction, make it look $1 million.
So here's our supercharged FN2. I know we promised to do a video on it, but it's sold already. It's going up to a lad, I think, on his second car, or maybe third car from us, Bailey, up in Newcastle. So he's coming to collect this tomorrow. He's always been into like his Fast Megans, Fiestas. I think he does a couple of track days and things as well, but perfect car for that. And we'll take you over now and show you how the S1's getting on. So on the way to the S1, we'll just show you this as well. We've got another Stage 2 Golf R. This one's a 7.5, so obviously the much nicer kind of dashboard, two other little bits and bobs, different headlights on it. I think this is probably one of the nicest ones we've had in. Obviously most people kind of stick to like the fairly standard look, the Pretoria alloys, and not really go much over from that. Obviously you've got the bowler alloys on this, the nice big carbon rear spoiler, quite aggressive Maxton rear diffuser, carbon mirrors, and just the little touches, I think, like the APR stickers and that, it contrasts quite nicely against the white. So yeah, these are a hell of a car. Obviously a little bit more, but what is it now? I think it's a 67 plate, so on a PCP it is actually quite nice money. And then here we've got the S1, probably maybe about 90% there at the moment. Obviously it was in the Key West,
Satin Key West.
Yeah, Satin Key West. It was quite a special colour, but obviously it's quite an individual colour, so it's not going to be to everyone's taste at all. Black, hopefully, is going to appeal to a lot more people. Obviously it still needs a full machine polish. The sills just need stripping, and just kind of a little bit around the wing mirror. Big H spent the day yesterday, had to remove the front bumper, the splitter and everything to try and get all those bits removed. I think the Key West accents on it do look quite nice though, obviously with the Quattro there, the Venturi intake there as well. Still a hell of a car, maybe a bit more of a sleeper now as well. Obviously when you're in the bright blue colour, everyone must think there must be something special under the bonnet with that, but to most people they're probably not even going to notice it's an S1 now, until you see it flying past you. Here he is, the star of the show. Got off on us, disappointing. You get it on the camera or not?
Yeah, I'm coming now.
I thought you were going to do a handbrake turn or something.
I'd rather just do a turn.
Just slide across your bonnet like Vin Diesel.
Like this. I'll get that.
That's the one. Mad guy.
Hey, fellas.
Going on?
Real busy.
Oh, you know us. You got any post for us today?
Yeah, I've dropped it off in the reception there.
Best postman in the land, this.
Yeah, don't tell anyone though.
What's your secret hobby that you good at as well?
Basketball. Well, I think I am.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your name? Gadget or something? Innit?
That's it, Inspector Gadget.
There we go. See him shooting some hoops on some courses soon, ain't courses? What's it called? Courts, innit?
Course, yeah. Courses are cars, aren't they?
Gotta do a wheel turn and get on.
Yeah, right. The boss might see it though, so best not. I've got my belt on.
Slow and steady.
That's it. Wins the race. See you later.
So while we're over here, we'll show you this Evo that we've got. We haven't really done much on this, we've just been that busy. but we'll try and do a little video on it next week. So obviously it's been fully repainted with the Nardo grey. It's an Evo 10, it's the SST, so like the automatic, which to some people is a sin in an Evo, but it's actually quite good. It's 400 brake, or just over. It's had an absolute fortune spent on it. All the gearbox and everything's been reconditioned, loads of the engine components have been upgraded, so the old owner spent an absolute bomb on it. But like I say, most people who want an Evo, you want the earlier models and you want the manual, but I think people don't realise how good these ones actually are, so maybe we'll try and do a video on it next week. They're always good sellers usually, but I think obviously because of the colour of this one, it's not going to appeal to the purist, but when it's all cleaned up on a nice sunny day, that's good. So that's it for this week really, for the Revitup Recap number 3. We've been so busy, we haven't really had that much time, including Sam. He's been helping out with everything else to get stuck in with doing extra content and that, but we're going to try and focus on it again next week. We've got a nice Focus RS Mark III coming in stage 2, the nitrous blue, best colour for it. We've got a little Fiesta ST there which came in part exchange yesterday, a few other bits coming in as well, but we usually do quite a lot of like reviews and drive-by videos of cars because everyone loves the sound of a nice car, so we're going to try and publish a couple of them next week as well. So maybe let us know in the comments down below what kind of thing you want us to do. Obviously it can't be the sound of a V8. We've got a couple of nice Mustangs in there, we've got the Golf Rs, the Evo, some little nice bits like that. So just let us know in the comments below what you want to see, what you want to hear. Just about to take this M140 down for an MOT now for its customer. It's going out tomorrow. Sam did a nice little review on that yesterday, comparison with the Golf R. I'm the same as Sam, I'm a Beamer guy. I'd much prefer one of them over a Golf R, but 9 times out of 10, Golf R is probably going to be quicker around a set of bends. Probably 9 out of 10 people would end up in a hedge if they drove that quick around some bends, including me when I was younger riding the RX-8. Ended up in someone's garden, but we won't go into that. You ever crashed, Sam?
Nah.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Time. I've been in a car with him. I don't know how he hasn't crashed. We were cruising yesterday. What are we doing? Maybe 50?
Maybe.
And he decided to put it into second to downshift, thinking it's fourth. Don't get in the car, Sam. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. As I say, we're going to try and do some more reviews and things next week on cars. Got some nice bits and bobs coming in. Going to see if we can try and get the lad to go go-karting or something as well. Just show everyone I'm the driving champ. Do you reckon you'll beat me, Sam?
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Fight and talk. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, the whole shebang. And we'll see you next week.